My point being that if you have like a type of skin, we got all colors at this table, right? Because of the level of melanin in a person's skin, that will determine at how high point something can actually burn.
Yeah.
Oil level, whatever the genetic makeup is.
It definitely is not melanin.
Melanin does impact that.
We just talking about common sense.
Yeah, we were talking about common sense.
We were talking about
physical. That's still a physical.
You remind me
of
my skin, your skin. We commonly all have skin, and it's going to burn over fire. But we're not talking. But the sense of understanding that this is fire. And we shouldn't put our hands over it. We all got that. That's all common.
Okay, I got to see this. I got to ask you this because you're so literal. Let's just say.
I'm just asking.
Let's just say I live in Timbuktu, which is a real place. And
is it?
100%.
Where?
Timbuktu. It's in Africa. That's where the world education came from. That's the first world's university came from Timbuktu. The first world's library came from Timbuktu. You try me. Don't try me. Try Jesus. I ain't doing it.
Can we get to the point, please?
Please.
Timbuktu.
2-hour show.
Timbuktu. Zone 3.
Zone 3.
Chicago. Miami. California. The common sense is this is water. If you're going to tell me that this is something else based upon your literal concepts, I will walk out that window and let God do what he do best.
Okay, so you said tell you what to get you to walk out the window?
That's you going to tell me that ain't going to be conceptualized as being water?
I can't tell you what somebody conceptualizes.
Come on.
Listen,
Hell no.
No. I'm about to tell you.
Thank you.
I'm about to tell you.
Water is common.
Everywhere.
But common sense versus what a common existence is. That's
so common sense in anywhere is not going to tell me that's water.
When you say common sense, what's the definition of common sense?
Google it.
Why do I have to Google it?
Because common sense is common.
I'm on it.
You keep using what you're saying to define what you're saying. You can't do that.
Because I have common sense.
Let's talk about sense. So Timbuktu, Chicago, New York, LA, like you all said. About
sense.
All sense,
what's the definition of sense?
So think about this. Most people, it is common that people have the sense of sight, the sense of because there are genetic things that may go wrong where you don't have vision.
Correct.
You can't hear.
Correct.
You don't have taste buds.
So the subset of people that you're using to do the comparison is based on.
We're talking about the majority.
You're talking about.
All right, let's stop. Hold on. Pause. Cause y'all doing too much. Y'all making my head hurt.
Go ahead.
Listen.
No, ain't no damn common sense. Common sense, goddamn.
I'm gonna read you the definition of common sense, okay? Because Google is our friend
today.
Sometimes
today.
But the commonalities according to her ain't.
No, but I'm just saying.
But Google is not this.
Hold.
It is not.
But can y'all stop, please, for a second? Okay,
Shawn and Flash.
All right.
And y'all can laugh because when it's all over, you go do your homework.
Can I just read?
I have common sense not to. Go ahead.
Read the definition, please.
Sure can.
Thank you.
I love that.
Listen.
The ability to think and behave in a reasonable way and to make good decisions. That's common sense. Mm-hmm. The ability to think and behave in a reasonable way and to make good decisions.
So in a reasonable
has nothing to do with matter. It says common sense is the ability to think, and behave in a reasonable way, and to make good decisions.
So,
reasonable.
Are we still thinking?
I'm not. I have common sense.
Okay.
Because it's still said about what I said. Common is relative. Common sense is relative to your individual experiences.
Okay. All right, so we are influenced by outside forces?
Yes, we
are. That's what we're going with?
Listen, this was a very good experiment on being influenced by outside sources.
Well, who's influenced? Because we have the common sense. Being light-skinned and I'm the greater of the race, I see why there have been so many prominent light-skinned figures in our country. Because goddamn brown-skinned people ain't doing it today.
How did you get that light skin?
I don't know. Common sense tells me that somebody in my parent was lighter than the other one. That's damn, that's common sense.
Wow.
Oh my God. G, your show is killing me today.
Wow.
Common sense has told me.
And somebody in your family was light. So
when I tell you I'm about to get drunk today,
don't get drunk.
That's common sense.
No, he was drunk before he got here. That's why he was late.
No, he was sleep deprived before he got here. So listen, we're going to shift.
We're shifting. Being drunk.
Where are the white people at today?
We're shifting.
You people?
Where are the white people today?
We're shifting. Listen.
Oh man.
Oh my God. This is a lot today. All right.
It's common.
So let's talk about
common sense.
We're not talking about common sense anymore.
That's what they're over there laughing at.
Oh, I thought we were having light skin banter.
Oh man.
Oh, back to you brown people. Sorry.
You done?
Yes, brown people. Go ahead.
All right. I'm definitely not brown.
Well, I didn't want to say black. It's derogatory.
You can say that. It is what it is. Okay. I can't change
G
it.
is chocolate.
Never call a man chocolate at all. Never.
I'm here for it.
I've never.
Don't bother me. I want to talk about love versus lust. This should be very interesting because
you know what's coming up.
Typically, men lead with lust. Now, some women do it too, but typically men do it.
It's more common now than women.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Please elaborate.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
women, y'all can chime in. I have one here, so I'm gonna let you, since you made that comment, go ahead and say your thing.
It is a super lusty world out there.
Oh yeah.
Right now, the shifts that have happened in the system. Hey, for all you who are in,
wait, that's the system.
There's always a system.
Okay.
The system has shifted because it used to be us being the extra horny and charge up and grab you and touch you. All of that stuff used to be a primarily 99 percentile men thing to do. We were the pigs. We were chauvinistic and all this other stuff. If you go out there now, you take your wedding ring off. You can leave it on if you're in Atlanta.
Hell yeah.
But you will find that it is not us that is out here rocking out like that no more to that degree. It is these ladies.
Preach, Muhammad.
It is these ladies. I have seen it in person. I have felt it in person.
Okay.
It is very, very deep. I had a lady just come up to me, pull me by my shirt to smell me, to tell me that I smell good.
She had to physically.
She had to physically pull me in closer as I was walking by at a function. I knew that was you.
Oh no,
like a junkie,
bruh.
Yeah,
it's like that out here now.
Now, if you would have did that to her, you'd be in jail.
I would have. Yeah. Somebody, I know you did it. That's my girl.
Yeah.
And then there would have been some Mr. Captain who would have got laid the hell out.
Yeah.
For trying to save, but yo man, come on, you know that's not gentleman like it. Knowing that he in 2 more drinks will be doing the same exact thing. Because it ain't that we do it less, it's that now it's more of them doing it.
So it's more aggressive from
It's
women.
way more aggressive now.
Okay, Tab, what you think as a woman?
Talk about
I know
it.
you're a married woman, so it's probably.
And don't talk about it being in an age group because I'm in all age groups.
Facts.
So let's talk about it.
So the question was there a difference between love and lust?
It wasn't even just love or lust. Like
love
what's,
or lust?
You know.
I mean,
we can break
think,
them down.
I think with the expression, to Flash's point, to the expression, women are now more feel more free to express their desires, right? I think women have always had, their own sexual desires and appetites and things like that, but it was just, again, culturally not acceptable to express it maybe outside of the house or, not only amongst your friends, but desires and human desires are always there. You know what I'm saying? We just couldn't act on them because of the appearance of it and things of that nature on it. But love, I'm a true believer that lust is just what you like to do. Love is what exists beyond that regardless.
Okay.
Me,
sir.
Love played out in the 80s.
I'm gonna have to agree with you.
Love played out in the 80s.
I feel like it has.
Once New Edition broke up, love went out the door.
Love was lost.
Love was lost.
You know what? It was still in the 90s, just a tad bit.
Because you had kids that were born from the 80s.
Yeah.
That grew up.
Yeah,
this is true.
And that's what happened.
So I'm gonna say right about the 90s.
Yeah.
So let's say
late 90s.
I'll say
into 90s.
Once the last Jagged Edge album.
That was mid 90s.
Love was over with.
Yeah, the last good one.
At that point, it was sex.
So was the last Jodeci album?
No, because the last Jodeci album was dope. But it was in the 2000s where love is, oh my God,
that was
what
the
is
signature
this?
of love being out here.
Yeah.
That was the signature of love going.
They had to come back and let y'all know, we love y'all. Love is here. but it's about sex. Lust
it's about bumping and grinding.
Yeah, it's about I mean, because once 12 Play came out, that was a game changer. Yeah, I mean, it was sex at that point.
Well, it was sex to me when I heard Lil' Kim's first song.
Oh yeah.
That was the transition. It was a transition with the Lil' Kim, the Foster Browns, even Adina Howard. She was first. I'm gonna be a freak until the dawn. That's why I first started seeing it happening.
But it
was very small. Like only every other 16 women would go.
I mean,
say something.
Can we go back even further?
Yeah.
Pull it in, pull it out, do it out.
Disco. There's a song by some lady who, and I heard it recently, and it's a really, really old song, but she's talking, I got a big black man with a big... That is
back from the 30s, right?
Yeah, it goes so far back.
I feel like
it's meaning that it was always there.
I feel like it was there,
but like she said, culturally, it was like we can only let you do this, but so much.
It was the women who had balls to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Who had the wrist to want to take. Like when I seen Adina Howard, I was like, oh. Yeah. If you go back and watch that Free Like Me video, I'm like, oh, okay, she's really sexually liberated.
Yeah, 100%. But I made a point. I forgot to land my plane because I started thinking about music. So, lust. We live in now a society of lust based upon a system of freedom.
Systems again.
A system of freedom where whatever you do in your bedroom is no longer taboo.
It's not secret anymore either.
If you, I'm about to get real disgusting.
Let's go. Don't get too, because I'm on the platform where I don't feel like bleeping you out. So just make sure you know what you say.
When you can openly say what you do and what you like and who you like in your bedroom, that's when the world turned to being lustful, meaning that it brought a influence and a curiosity to everybody. Because if you now look at the world, and that's be very transparent, by curiosity is up to here now. Because things that used to be taboo, people are like, oh, I got to try that.
People figure that out.
Yeah, people. Yeah, well, how you do that? You do what?
How does that feel?
Y'all use what? The rose. What is that? I mean, come on. So we live now in a lustful society because
I think it's always been there. Actually,
it's been there. But when you took love out of music, what's the
number one influencer
was music. Love.
You can go back to radio. Like
come on, radio. Love was in the music. Pop, pop, pop. Goes my mind compared to pop these pills.
Yeah.
Pop your coochie tonight.
I would think me and you just had this conversation where I was saying music used to be, I don't know if it was me or you, but music was subliminal.
100%.
Like you can get your point across without using
turn off the lights.
Yeah.
Light a candle.
Now it's like, we got to pop this perk, smoke this weed. I'm gonna break your back. Because girl, that's what you need, and that's music.
But listen to the women, the ladies nowadays.
Women nowadays.
What is it? The city girls and all these shit. They are direct.
Because girls is players too.
I had a client yesterday. I asked her like, "What you want me to play?" She goes, some hip hop." So I picked a hip hop station that had Ice Spice as the. I
don't know why you did that.
Think that.
Hell no.
As I was playing it, this is a woman who another woman came into the gym. Cool peoples. We had a good time. Everybody was working out, and my female client told me, "Can you change this to a different hip hop station?"
Yeah.
And for 10 songs,
what was
it
the
was
age?
female
what
songs.
was the age difference? Was it the age difference between the clients?
No, my client is, I think, 32.
Okay, so the lady who asked you to change the channel.
33.
Okay.
Damn.
So she's young compared to, as they say, the 40s, new 30s. Okay, well, that means she's in her 20s and she don't want to listen to this while she working out.
Yeah.
And this was a female hip hop station. And the stuff that they were talking about, it was like, even Lil' Kim back in the day, most of her music was sex and getting into it. But then you're seeing the shift now because of the influence that it's even less sex and then more street.
So do you feel like it's less sex, more vulgarity?
And it's starting to make that transition now too.
Because I mean, if you listen to
love making to sex having to just give me or I'm a
right, so like
transition
Meg and Cardi.
Yeah, once they made WAP, once WAP hit the world,
hit the world.
At that point, I knew it was over with. Once you can make a song about wet ass,
they about to talk about
more or less again about being in the open. More or less, it was still happening. You know what I'm saying? Because the fact of what goes on behind a person's closed doors, they're not inventing anything new.
Because
they're calling it the roles, but it has gone up under some other names. You know what I'm saying?
It is amazing to me how this world is just influenced. Like,
I mean, it's evolving.
So much.
You know
it is evolving.
It's not evolving.
It sounds like it's
evolving because you're dropping the labels. You know what I'm saying? It's not. If I'm a female, right? I don't have to call myself be categorized in a certain way, limited as to how I express my sexuality, how I express what I like, how I express, the way I'm gonna do it.
You like the freedom.
Like that. The freedom to express.
So when I start calling women hoes, I'm correct.
I mean, call me whatever.
I won't call you.
No. I'm just saying. No. We're talking. I'm saying I don't identify with that. So I mean, you call people the N word and all that other stuff. But if you don't identify with that, right? If I look at it as just another word, you talking and you're Shawn, what you say to me has less influence on me than what I say to me. Then I'm less bothered by that.
Well, that's a problem because if you fall under the category, I'm gonna have to call you what you are. I can't call.
You can't call me what I am. You're calling me your perception of it, but you can't define who I am.
Well, you define yourself as being a hoe. Not you.
No.
If you practice those ways, that's what you are.
Because they will say men have been whores since the day of time,
and that's incorrect.
Right. So if she puts herself in the box, or he or she puts themselves in the box where they want to be sexually free. You know what I'm saying? Because there is a category and a whole plethora of sex workers.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a job.
Very, very much so.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the
so you can't call them that because you can if you want to just to be an ass, but they feel sexually free. I don't disrespect people who do sex work because that's a job for them. Some people are sexually liberated and they want to do stuff like that.
What's disrespectful?
I'm not finna call a woman a hoe just because she like to do sexual favors. That's what she do.
But what if she calls herself a hoe?
Nah, that's different. Now, if she wants to be titled that, and I heard it from her lips to say, "Hey, you can call me what it is."
A lot of the time, that's a discussion too, right?
Yeah.
Where oh, girl, I'm a hoe, and then then a man comes and goes,
yes,
hoe, and it's like, what you just called me?
The same thing you just said. About the N word.
No, it's the same. It's in the same.
I don't know a man that got ever been called being called a nigga.
You don't.
I don't know any man that's ever got mad.
Of a different race.
I have. I've heard people say that. No, I've heard people in our race say that.
That's a given. I'm talking about internal.
No. But I'm still saying though, the title, the label itself, the word is the word, right? Yeah. The word means what it means, regardless, right?
You know the word means.
So, do I word?
We're not going there.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, look, and we can.
We're not.
A camera. No. I'm saying off the show or whatever. But my point being that when you talk about labeling somebody, you can describe me and call me whatever you want to call me. It's what I answer to and what I identify that actually gives it any type of position or power.
That's what I said.
And that's called yourself
if you called yourself a hoe, and then somebody followed up and called you a hoe, where's the issue at?
Who said that there was an issue?
So would there be an issue?
It's individual. It's the individual person.
Because it seems like that's
the person.
That's an issue.
It's the person.
Of an overall thing. No, because I've seen women have this conversation all the time.
Yeah, it's the person.
On podcasts.
Oh no, true. Because I'm a fluent user of the word bitch. If you know me, you know I use it frequently with my friends.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of female friends that I can be like, bitch, please.
Right.
They're good.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just the comfort level,
but if somebody I probably couldn't go around there and say,
but
what's your intention when you
wait a minute?
But even if it's in friendly fire,
it's in friendly fire.
But if you don't know me, how could it be friendly fire?
Hear what I'm saying? Somebody can come behind me that are cool with it, but might not be on the level that we're on, and say the same thing that I just said. It'd be a complete issue. You know what I'm saying? Like what? You don't know me like that. Who you calling you and I? Oh my man.
but that's the thing, right? Because if you're in position to make that call on myself, like this is what I am, this is what I'm going to be, you then can't then be upset that somebody called you internally what you believe that you are anyway.
Well, you know, a counter to that, a great point, because we're making several points that go into one.
Yeah,
identifiers, right? I think that's a big thing in our society now. That is a huge problem. Because I don't give a damn what anybody says. Dwayne Wade's son is Dwayne Wade's son, not Zaya or whatever the hell you want to be called. right? Because he identifies. See, this is where we're going wrong in our culture. Yeah, because I identify.
Don't go too far because we're talking about love and lust.
No. We're gonna bring it back. Okay. What we're going too far is that we're with these identifiers is that we're going by how we feel. Mm-hmm. So I feel like X, Y, and Z, but in reality, the description is, well, I've never seen a dog say they a cat or identify as a cat. They identify as what they are.
You can't compare humans.
No, wait a minute.
Levels of
Animals don't have a choice.
First of all, a dog doesn't know. A dog does not associate any name. If you had been calling the dog a cat from day one, they would identify with whatever it is.
So now you don't want to be literal. When I say cat, as a feline, as a cat, that's what I'm saying. You'll never see a dog be nothing but a dog. You'll never see
in nature, but it's not because you call him a dog. It's because that's his nature.
That's my point.
You can call him any other name.
We proving my point. So if your nature is to be a hoe, I'm gonna call you a hoe.
The nature can be whatever. You can call me whatever. Again,
his mama call him Cassius, I'm gonna call him Cassius.
You can call him Cassius all you want to, but again, if he identifies and that's what he feels because that's what represents him,
right?
Then he is allowed to say, well, I'm gonna be Muhammad, whatever you think of him is none of his.
But if you do whole activities, hoes are your friends, hoes are your enemies.
As defined by who?
I think I'm gonna call you what you are. That was a song quote for the great Ludacris.
So look, Ludacris. So we clearly know that there's lust in the world. Do we feel like love still exists? I personally say I don't see it because we lead with love. I don't even believe in the institution of relationships no more.
Damn. Somebody hurt you.
So G has left the building.
I don't. I don't.
Left the building. This is different. I would have never thought you would have said something like that.
Yeah.
I'm very flabbergasted right now.
Why?
Yeah.
Because first of all, if we talk about love, you talk about any feeling. Feeling is on an energy level. Yeah. Right? There is no energy that just disappears.
You don't love your mama?
Energy don't disappear.
I mean, we talking about the love.
So therefore, love exists.
I was talking about from a relationship standpoint.
But that is a relationship. You and your mother is a relationship.
Yeah.
Right. And I try to get people to understand that too a lot of the time because there's a relationship is not you my girl, I'm your man. Relationship is you my homie, I'm your bro. Relationship is that's my sister. Relationship, you got a relationship with your damn dog.
Yeah.
It's a relationship either way. So if you can't sit, you can. Because I can't tell you what you can't say, but it doesn't make any sense for you to go, I do not believe that love exists. And it's for anybody. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you listen or you watching. You can't say that love doesn't exist and I don't believe in love, but you are living this life and you have a love relationship for something or somebody.
But what happens if it's not reciprocated then?
That's a problem. That's a different problem.
That's a whole nother topic.
I can sit here and personally say I love A, B, and C, right? Mm-hmm. I can say that. I can show it. My actions show it. Everything I do show it. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, why am I doing all
because love is a selfish behavior, so you're looking for something in return, not
necessarily because the things that I do, and anybody can attest to this who knows me, I do everything from the heart that God gave me.
You do it out of love.
I do it out of love because I know He gave me the spirit of
that's
it.
Your energy,
you know what I'm saying? So that's what He gave me. You know what I'm saying? Now I'll get my blessings 20-fold without looking for anything in advance.
What you said, if God gave you love. So that means there was an energy transfer from God spiritually to you spiritually. Then you give out love. So there's an energy transfer from you to whoever else.
Right.
What you're expecting,
I'm not expecting anything.
Or what most people expect is that when I give you my love, you give me your love back. Mm-hmm. But the fact of the matter is, and I've been in this position before where I have given my love to somebody for them to understand that they should give their love to somebody else. Mm-hmm. Now
that's fine.
That's a different type of deepness.
A lot of people love on conditions.
Exactly, and if you got your and most of the time the issue with us receiving love is that if you feel like God is the one that gives you love, you feel like that love is unconditional because that's what it is. Mm-hmm. But when you give your love to somebody else, you expect them to understand that unconditional love that you just got from God. But not a lot of people understand that.
I don't expect
that. Most people. Why do we keep going back to you, G?
That's because it's me.
He was talking about
We're talking about me.
He was talking about me.
I'm not talking about most people.
Now so the audience can come in.
The audience got common sense, hopefully.
Well, it's not so common.
I'm talking about me.
So you love with no conditions.
Because that's what I've read, what I've learned.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I can only go over what I've learned, I've experienced.
Yes. Okay.
I'm not looking for anybody to. I used to.
Okay.
I used to be the guy that would go and feel like I had to buy friendships, buy this, and maybe I can grow this person to accept me and love me. I'm not him anymore.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I'm happy.
But I still did not lose the gift that God gave me to issue out love in any circumstance of the way. I haven't lost that part of me.
That's good.
So that means
you know what I'm
saying? That means it's
I
love.
feel like it's there, but just off of people's actions and what they've done and what they do, lack of support, lack of just anything like that, it's just like.
So when's the last time your love has been reciprocated in your world?
God, I couldn't even tell you. I can't.
Do you believe that even people who you instinctually love, like your mom or family members, do you think that you get love reciprocated from them in the same way that you? Because remember, there's the whole love language thing. So
some people can tell
some people can tell you that they love you, and but for you, it don't mean nothing because they just talking.
Yeah.
But what you need them to do is you need them to visually show you. So therefore, this whole time, because that's not their love language or how they show love, they're showing you they love you, but for you, you can't receive it because that's not how you receive love.
I mean, for the longest, I actually thought something literal is wrong with me because of me showing the love that I show for people. It's nothing for me to. You know I love birthdays. It's nothing for me to shower. Happy birthday. This is your day. This is you. And I'm not looking for nothing. You know, I used to be like, damn, I think you would be okay. I can take that and be good. You know what I'm saying? But people have evolved because, again, there's a lot of followers. Nobody knows how to take initiative and lead on their own.
That's true.
So it's a lot of followers.
Way less leaders.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like... We talked about this earlier today. I'm not going to do this today.
Can I break something down real quick?
I can't do that today, but...
Can I break something down?
Go ahead.
So, one thing I talked about on my show, I'm plugging my show, which comes on from 4 to 6 p.m.
What channel?
On Atlanta's #1 urban adult contemporary R&B station, Hot 92.3. I talked about this a few weeks ago. Because now we're getting out of love in general, right? To specifically love in relationships, right? The biggest problem that people don't feel loved, because it's not just G, right? A lot of people don't feel loved because their love language is not being spoken to.
Being fed.
So your love language is acts of kindness and service, right? So when somebody doesn't speak to your love language or understand your love language, right, it becomes a problem. So therefore, in a lot of cases, the love won't be felt or given back because of that. So therefore, I tell people, the biggest advice I give people when it comes to dating is that date people according to their love language. If my love language is quality time and we never spend time together, it ain't gonna work.
I ain't gonna feel that love.
I'm not gonna feel the love because because love is not just because you look great, everything on paper.
That's the lust.
Blah, blah, blah. That's the lust. The love is when...
Okay, but I think we talked about this on your show
100%.
too.
Yeah, we did.
So,
yeah.
Because I was on his show last week.
Yeah.
So, I get what you're saying.
Uh-huh.
The lust is the physical, all that stuff.
Right.
But that's the law of the attraction, right? Because people have to be attracted to something first.
Love is a series of things. The first thing is the physical. Now, when you go past the physical, now it goes to the emotional. And from the emotional it goes to the mental. So I physically am attracted to you, right? Cool. Here's what the word is. I'm physically attracted, right? I don't physically love you. I'm physically attracted.
Right.
Now, once I get
that's a big disconnect too.
Exactly. Now, once I embody your physicalness, right? Now I go to your mental. This is where a lot of people date wrong. They date because we've now come up with this word, I'm a sapiosexual. That means I'm in love with the mind. Yeah, but if the person look like shit,
it don't matter.
It don't matter. Ish, then people ain't going. You ain't gonna never love that person. Nope. You're gonna love that person for who they are mentally.
You do have people that say, I fell in love with the mind, which I think is a bunch of crock.
So let's bring it home. So now, once you get past the mental, right? So you got physical, you got mental. Now here's the emotional connection, and we all know where the emotional connection comes from. It comes from the pound game. When you go to Pound Town, right?
Yeah.
When you go to Pound Town, that's
that
where
emotional door gets unlocked.
That's where it is, because I tell women this: y'all can act like y'all can just go around here and smash dudes and be cool with it.
Well, women are more emotional creatures.
Come on, bring it home. So now, if you
controlled by the emotions,
yes. So now, since this is the love formula. So if one of these three things, physical, emotional, physical, doesn't happen, there's going to always forever be a disconnect, and I could never love you unconditionally. I can love you as I love G. I love you as a person.
Yeah.
I love Tab as a person. I do anything for. I love y'all, right? But unconditional love is a whole
another beast.
My mama loves me unconditional, right? Because I failed 1,000 times, and who's still there? Not to pick me up, but who's there in my corner? It's there. That's the love we don't have in this time and age, because we love on conditions. Meaning that if you can't provide for me, pay my bills, right? I don't need you to pay my bills 50-50. I need you to pay them 100-100. So because on that condition, I can't love you fully. I'ma love this work husband who will do everything that I desire and ask for, but at the end of the day, I have no connection with physically or emotionally, but I have some kind of connection with him because he does what the hell I tell him to do. This is where we are led wrong in dating, because we're not. We're not.
Oh my God.
Fully.
You're making my editor.
I know. I'm sorry. We're not fully captivating or capturing the love from a person, because we continue to love on condition, because we have this list, both men and men's list is different. Men's list is, I want the girl with the no waist, no stomach, thighs, hips, and we're forcing women to not love themselves.
Women already don't love themselves. So
wait a minute.
If they make those decisions.
Yes.
They already don't.
So because of that, now we're pushing the list. Now we're further and further getting away from the list. And now the women have the list. And their list is, you got to have a job, career, basic necessities.
Women already had the list, though.
But no.
Look at Chili. She had the list.
But their list, the conditions, though. It went from, these are the things that I require.
You heard what she said, right? Huh?
Women are born with lists.
100%.
That's what we do.
Prerequisites, right?
Because it's the system.
But now,
that's what we like. That had nothing to do with the system. Any women, you go to women that are not colored, they have a list. That's what women do. We like lists.
But here's the problem. Back in the day, the list was a requirement, and if you didn't fit a couple things on the list, I could work with it.
We still work with them.
No.
Well, you're in a different.
No. I'm just saying, women and men still work within what is not on that list. Now, I'm not saying that I might not have my dream, like a woman might not have a dream list, and then
how long you been married?
I went there.
How long you been
18
married?
years.
Let me bring you back to reality. The list is a factor in dating. The pandemic, 2020, just 3 years ago, tried and testified a lot of relationships, because you know what? That list got reanalyzed. Because you had to sit there in that same room with that person for weeks and weeks. You had to go through sickness and health.
Has been evolving other way. That's why the divorce rate has climbed pre-pandemic.
Because it's not about love, it's about conditions.
That's it's always going to be a lot about that when you're talking about human beings.
You've been married for 18 years. You're out the game.
You're talking about just the game of being in a relationship. I'm talking about love in general. Even if you're bringing it down,
your love and my love is two different things, because you've been married for 18 years.
That still has.
I've never been married.
Our love is different because we're two different people, regardless of whether
we live in
somebody that
was
married for 18 years. You can take somebody else next to me that was married.
You wouldn't even know how to date in this society.
How are you going to tell me what I would know how to do?
Because you've been married for 18 years.
That has nothing to do with anything.
There's a truth within that, because I have a client right now who is a 59-year-old male, and he told me, with the systems in place now and how the conditions are in the dating world now, he tried to be who he is.
Right.
In himself, naturally. In the noun conditions of dating. And he was like, Rejean, I had to pull back. I don't know what to do out here. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to talk. Because what he is naturally understood is what he does to get into these relationships and to find love and to do this. It's not like that no more.
Well, you have to think about that. You have to also think about the era that he grew up in, and he's been around a couple decades to see the shift.
Yeah, no, he was he's newly out of a divorce that was 18, 19 years of marriage. So we're in the same place where you said, well, what makes you think that I wouldn't? I have a testimony of just yesterday of somebody speaking on the conditions are different.
That he was used to, but you
guys come from the same era. Him and you were dating at the same time. 18-year relationship, 18-year relationship.
But what does that have to do with how
because the conditions were different.
It has nothing to do with who you are because you're a different individual.
But I'm saying because my conditions were different though.
Yeah. We're not talking about
the conditions of love and lust based on my experiences. If I got divorced tomorrow, you can't say that based on who I am and the experiences that have brought me to the level of the person that I am today. I would not be able to go out and date in today's society.
We're not saying literally. We're saying the complications are very different compared to 20 years ago. Do you have single friends?
Yes, I have single friends.
And you wonder why they're single?
No, most of my friends are single by choice. Some of them have been in marriage.
That's BS.
No, that's not BS.
That's not true because I'm single by choice.
Are you not single by choice?
People are single.
Are you not single by choice?
Not by choice.
Yes, you are.
Because I was going to say now, plenty of conversations we've had, and you've definitely made it known that you're single by choice.
Period.
I'm saying though that everybody doesn't necessarily want to be married and all that other stuff. Right. Some people like going home, and I don't have to share the remote control. I don't have to worry about who got something to eat. That has nothing to do with me having something wrong with me, or I can't find somebody or anything like that. That is just
you're thinking literally.
Who I am.
What I'm saying is the conditions have changed, the mindsets have changed, the ideologies have changed. Again, you wasn't 20 years ago probably having a conversation on saying what a man should be doing in his household. It probably was already understood. I'm just giving you an example. It's probably understood. The conditions are different.
Literally.
Its requirements have changed, just like jobs. If you've been on your job, listen, if you've been on your job for 20 years and you quit and went to another company to do the same exact thing you did for 20 years, your requirements are changed.
You're comparing apples to oranges.
I'm not.
Apple to apple, relationship-wise, name a list that a woman has today that a woman didn't have 20 years ago.
Okay.
Name something that a woman wanted from a man 20 years ago that she doesn't want today.
Here's what I said you might have not heard. The list is partially the same. It's more so now requirements. It's not workable. Meaning that if you don't have XYZ on this list, I can't rock with you. You know why I know this for a fact? Because this is what's causing people to break up. Meaning that they'll work with you by giving you a time frame to meet the requirements. But back in the day, if you didn't have A, B, and C, a woman would more so work with you. But now you have to have.
Some women would work with you. You have a level of women that had a certain dollar amount that they wanted a guy to make. That was 20 years ago.
It still exists.
Exactly.
And it's even worse.
That's my point. That existed even 20 years ago, where women will have a specific list that I want to check off on this list, right? And then I decide whether or not I'm going to bend on that list, or I'm going to stand and stay single because, of course, you want 20 things on the list instead of wanting 19, right?
But if you required a man to make $100,000 20 years ago, right, and he didn't, you'd be like, you know what? Okay, the brother got the job, though. He been on the job.
Not all of them. Some women would not put up with that.
It's delusional at this point to talk because in reality, at this time, if that man don't make six figures, which only 15% of the United States make $100,000 a year, that man is going to be single.
And then if we talk about black men, in that 15, we're
and you can say that,
but
that
15.
That the joke used to be back in the day that the women would not date Calvin, who worked at McDonald's, who was on fries. That was 20, 30 years ago because guess what? Calvin was usually making minimum wage, correct? Right. Now, whether you're relative to 100,000 back in the day where, let's say, comparatively 50,000 was the big amount of money or whatever like that, you have a level of women that would not date below that. You have women that dated in between that, some that say I'm gonna rock with you while you build your thing and all that other stuff, and then you have some that's not. That's today and back then.
Okay, so we're not gonna get anywhere.
Yeah,
we can somewhere.
Apples to oranges.
Love is conditional.
Love is conditional. I agree.
Lust is in.
I agree with your list. I totally agree. If women now, whomever, they have a list. And some of them will not budge. Why do you think Chili was so by herself for so long?
Because she has an obsession.
She had a
years ago.
list.
No, she dated her son. That's the problem. She dated her son. She had a weird relationship with her son. Her son was her king.
Yeah,
that's another problem. A lot of women, these single mothers.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about
that.
Yeah, we're not.
Sorry.
Gonna talk about that.
Because
I felt where you were.
I said I was on 25. I was in the man.
You was finna go fast lane. HOV.
I had a whole other topic, but because everybody went around the equator, I can't get to my fourth topic.
Well, let the viewers.
So I'm going to turn this over to my. I'm going to turn this over to my CFO. I mean my CPO. For Tab's 2 cents. It's all on you, dear. What you got for me today on this 2 cents?
This is Tab, your Chief Perspective Officer, coming in to give you another installment of my 2 cents. This is my perspective on a range of topics. We started this whole series out about talking about rebranding from our first episode of introducing Tab's 2 cents. And I will go into my final installment on when we're talking about the character and the narrative of who you are and how you rebrand yourself and support that narrative. And the guests here, Flash and Shawn, have actually kind of led into what I wanted to emphasize on Tab's 2 cents today. And that was the story that we tell ourselves, right? The narrative that we create to support that story. And when you're rebranding yourself, the question you want to really ask yourself is the story that you're telling, is it adding to that narrative or is it taking away from that narrative? What is that narrative, right? Is that narrative going to be the old you 20 years ago that did the same things that got what you have today? Or is it going to be the narrative that creates the life that you want, that you say you want? Do the things that, hey, I want this lifestyle. I want to be doing this. I want my life to look like this. Are you doing those things that support that, or are you doing those things that take away from that? Very easy to do, especially in our world of distractions and all the things that go along that kind of pull away from our focus on the actual end goal on what we say we want. Sometimes we say we want the career. Sometimes we'll say we want the man. Sometimes we'll say we want all those things, but then we're doing everything that is totally against all of those things. So what I would say to you is some very clear steps that you can take to make sure you are supporting that narrative. And that is asking yourself, this one thing that I'm doing today, does it take away or does it add? If it adds, keep going. If it takes away, of course, if it's taken away from people that may not be adding to your story or supporting that narrative, then you definitely want to add people that do support that narrative and then help you get to that end goal. And that's your Tab's 2 cents for this segment.
Come on, Tab's 2 cents. Come on, preacher. I love that. That was Tab and her 2 cents from my CPO. Listen, it has been a spicy day today.
Spicy.
You know, and I think I purposely casted this room just for that. But I think some good stuff was discussed today. Yeah. You gained a couple of new perspective on some things. I'm glad you did. So I'm gonna give these gentlemen the opportunity to share their businesses and their platform. So if you want to see these light-skinned men's, they're gonna tell you what they're doing. Flash, I'm gonna start over there with you, man. Tell these people they want some training, all this good stuff.
Man. So if you want a trainer, you want to join a class, you need a massage. I know Valentine's Day is in 3 days. Don't worry, it's Valentine's Day every day.
National Trick Off Day.
National Trick Off Day. All right.
But you get glorified whore day. That the day our system was put in place to gain monetary compensation.
Everything.
AKA Hallmark holiday.
Right. February 15th, you're going to see all Easter stuff.
Yeah.
If it ain't already up.
Just 75% off.
If it ain't already up.
So I'm okay with you celebrating me 15.
Baby, know your day.
Know your day.
Know your day.
Know your day.
Go ahead, Flash. What you got, man?
Sorry.
Nah, you're good. You're good. It's Rejean Flash Rodriguez on Facebook. The business name is Keep Calm Massage Yoga and Fitness on every other platform. But yeah, just holla at me. It's not too hard to get in touch with me. I can't give you my number though.
Can't give him the number?
Nah.
Okay. How's it gonna keep up when you go 130 miles an hour?
Hey, look.
You don't talk about the model stuff, so you're good on that.
Yeah, so I just started modeling again. Thank you, G, because it's so new to me to get back into this. But follow Runway Fashion Elite. There is a bunch of dope shows coming this way from New York to Atlanta. There's 4 shows. First one's in June. We're doing a photo shoot next week on the 19th. There's auditions starting on the 14th all the way to the 25th of February. There'll be another audition in March, but make sure you go follow them. Runway Fashion Elite. It's gonna be sick. I know my guy Levy Paul. He's been in the hair business, the ballroom scene, the fashion business for over 30 years. So make sure you tap in on that, and you'll see me as the face model for Runway Fashion Elite. I'm literally the icon on the Instagram page. So
dope.
Okay. Yeah. Now, is this an all exclusive modeling firm agency?
What do you mean?
Meaning like body types are accepted. You know, some people.
Yeah. There's tall, small. The big girls was out. The last photo shoot, killing the game.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's Black History Month, so my brothers and sisters, you know, priority comes.
Gotcha.
But everybody can go ahead and audition and be a part of it and be casted in it. He's good. He's good at what he does.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. So y'all heard, if y'all want that opportunity to model or face model or runway
musicians
walk.
as well.
Musicians.
Because we're going to have some performances at the show.
Yeah.
Tap in.
Check them out. And where can they follow that page?
Yeah, so that's Runway Fashion Elite. I'm at Mr.Flash to you. And I'm also at Keep Calm Massage YF.
Okay. Appreciate you, my brother. My other light-skinned brother here.
You.
What's up, boy?
Ain't nothing.
What you got going on? I know your show today, so.
Yeah, man. Man, every weekend, man, every Saturday and Sunday, you can tune in to Atlanta's #1 urban adult contemporary R&B station, Hot 92.3, 4 to 6 p.m. You can catch me live, Red Cup Conversations and the Red Cup crew. Shout out to Be Smooth. In the building, man. Let's see. Tonight, man, if you listen, it's Valentine's Day weekend. If you're black, it's Valentine's Day. And tonight there's a great event here it's a speed dating event.
It's a speed dating event.
So I know G's gonna bring that up in a minute, or you want me to?
You go ahead and plug it.
Damn, I just forgot that quick. A speed dating event right here. Tickets are available on Eventbrite, and it's under. I think that's what you're going to tell me. I forgot what it's under, but we'll find out. But there's a great speed dating event. Now, March 18th, I'm hosting, as I always do, when it comes to relationships, anything like that. We're bringing back the Love Connection.
So as in the show?
Yeah, we're doing a Love Connection with Twist. We're doing that live and direct here in Atlanta, March 18th. I'll be hosting. Shout out to T, and she's doing amazing things, man. We are putting, listen, we got a great concept with a crew of others that we're going to be doing. Tickets are available as we speak. Follow me on Instagram, Shy_fella, or Red Cup Conversations _ or on Facebook, Shawn SHAWN Ward WARD. I have the links for all the events. This is going to be a great event on March 18th, St. Patrick's Day weekend. We're going to put you on a date. You're gonna find a connection. We're gonna put you on a date. We're gonna have a follow up. We got a whole situation that's gonna be great. And it's Black History Month, so this weekend, today I got on the show, man. I got a great mix. I got a '90s R&B mix.
My favorite.
It's gonna be amazing. DJ Poppy, who is now in Atlanta as well, man. He's gonna chime in. Man, I got a great weekend, man. Super Bowl weekend. Y'all ready for it?
Yep, I'm ready.
Listen, I'm here for it, but y'all can follow me on those social media tags, and I greatly appreciate and love all you all. And remember, ladies, if he leaves $40 on the dresser Tuesday, you know your role.
Funky 40.
Yes. Listen, I appreciate y'all gentlemen for taking time out to be on the show today.
Appreciate you, man.
So, as he was stating, the Rapid Romance Speed Dating event is going to be here at Cluster Media Studios. It is tickets are on Eventbrite. LaCour Monet and DJ Shade. I don't know what to call this man government name. DJ Shade is going to be hosting the event. It's open bar, and it's going to be till 9 from 7 the free drinks until 9, but the event is from 7 to 10. So if you want to come out here and try your luck and see if you can find you a significant other, God bless you.
Yes, Lord.
I go with you, Lord Jesus. Shando.
I need the love in my life, not the lust.
I go with you. Love, not lust.
Love, not lust.
I know y'all be leading with lust, but see if you can find you some love, because you don't know when your ticker gonna stop.
It's deep in the
heart. Get it
in. Y'all crazy.
So listen.
Is there a heart? Is there a heart in the house tonight?
Stand up. So, again, thank you for spending the last couple hours with me today. I am G with my CPO.
Tabby, your Chief Perspective Officer.
She always takes a break. I need her to go like,
to go hard in on the paint.
No, you just got to jump right in, not leave that break in there. We're going to talk about it, though.
We will get that.
It's a nice breath before.
Listen. It was a... Yeah, okay. Listen, please remember to surround yourselves with positive vibes and keep yourself protected in your mental energy. I will always stress mental health on this platform is very vital. Do me a favor, audience, and make sure you click the like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, because we're going to bring you some good content like you just got today. Make sure you comment below about everything y'all talked about. I want to read and see what y'all feeling. And don't forget,
download the app, Atlanta Talks.
What's Atlanta Talks?
ATL Talks.
There you go.
ATL Talks. I got to get it together. ATL Talks. Download the app.
That was our common sense.
Right. The common sense, Shawn.
It's okay.
So download ATL Talks on your Google and your Apple platforms.
Yes.
Listen to us. Catch us in your car, on the go, anywhere your favorite listening spots. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes, and to piggyback off her, if you want to hear today's show and all the shenanigans on this spicy show, make sure you, like she said, download the ATL Talks app, click the podcast button, scroll down to the very bottom of the page, and you will run into Candid Conversations with G and who?
Tabby.
There you go.
There you go.
Listen, see you next time with Legged to the Moon and Back. Thank you so much. I'll be back to you. We'll be back to you on Wednesday with another spicy episode of Candid Conversations. And we out of here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.